Hey, this is Ina, in with you in the fight back. And today I want to announce a upcoming series of videos I'll be doing detailing military organization and revolution, because I've been engaged in a rather interesting discussion with someone who's been asking, well, what's the role of hierarchy in military organization? Can we have an army in a revolution that isn't, an oppressive force? And I'm strictly speaking on a theoretical level here, but it is an interesting question because we know from experience that red can turn into white, as it were. For instance, the People's Liberation Army of China was a great revolutionary force during the 30s and 40s, but we know about the oppression at Tiananmen Square, where the People's Liberation Army was used very much to repress the population. So I kind of want to look at different revolutionary organizations that have sprouted up, their type of armies and organizations that have been used to advance the struggle. And some of what I want to look at is the debate in the Spanish Civil War between a centralized army of militias, the People's Liberation Army of China, specifically the Mao era, the Irish Republican Army. I'm kind of spreading the net a little wide, I know. Chile's revolutionary left movement, some of Che Guevara on revolution and his ideas on guerrilla strategy, the Sandinistas, the Farabundo Marti National Liberation Front in El Salvador, and perhaps the French Resistance as well. These are just some ideas because I'm kind of curious how this comes together. Can we have an organization in a potential revolution that is dedicated to the same ideals and isn't just becoming another bureaucratic, oppressive, commandist organization? I don't know, and I just want to explore this. So over the coming days and the coming weeks, I'll be doing something on this. Furthermore, I have a series that's in preparation. I haven't produced anything yet. Kind of some frequently asked questions on Israel-Palestine. And, the type of stuff you'd expect, roots of the conflict, Israel as the only democratic state, the Palestinians have always opposed peace, and that kind of stuff, kind of trying to answer some of those questions. I'm holding off for it just for a very particular reason, and it's not of any reluctance on my part to produce it. It's just Glenn Beck's going to Israel next month, and I'm curious how much buzz it's going to get. And if it gets enough buzz, I'd like to have the videos come out around then, just to to answer what will be some of his moronic claims at the very least, because that would be a good way to engage this. But again, if you're interested in this series, just ask, and maybe I'll try and do a video on a particular organization, what I think of it, its strategies, its limitations. The next video on this series will be on the Spanish Civil War and some of the debates that cropped up in there. So this is Ina.